Big Trev back here to review the 2017 NextEra Energy 250 from Daytona in the Camping World Truck Series. The first race with NASCAR's new format. Features 3 stages, 220 laps, or 220 lap stages, and the final stage was 60 laps for a total of 100 laps, 250 miles. Kaz Grala started on pole, new driver, first race of his, and Johnny Sauter started second. The first caution was in lap 2, took out 12 trucks. We had the big one right away. It's just a wreck fest, basically. There's a lot of good and close racing later on, but so the caution lasted 9 laps. We restarted on lap 11 with Grala, the race leader. Then pit road was closed under green on lap 19, which is part of the new procedure that 2 laps before the caution comes out to end stage 1 or to end the second stage, they close pit road so that way nobody can get an advantage by short pitting before the caution, which is a very smart move. So stage 1 winner was Johnny Sauter. Second was Timothy Peters. Ben Rhodes was third. Kaz Grala ended up fourth. Spencer Gallagher was fifth. Corbin Forrester was sixth. Seventh was Chase Briscoe. Eighth was Scott Lagasse Jr. Ninth was Joe Nemechek, and 10th was John Hunter Nemechek. And that's critical because those top 10 are awarded championship points. Most leaders did not pit under that caution. The 88 of Matt Crafton was too fast entering on pit road, so he had to restart at the tail of the field. And then so from lap 11 to lap 20, so that was after the first stage, I'm sorry, that was after lap 20. Stage 2, the restart was lap 27, with Sauter continuing to be the leader. And then it was only 7 laps or so after that the field kind of strung out and it went green. And so then we had that stage 2 ended with Sauter winning again. Everybody else except Joe Nemechek and John Hunter Nemechek finished basically in the same scoring, but maybe different positions here and there, but they still were scored with points, except Myatt Snyder was 8th and J.J. Yaley was 10th. So those two switched hands, and then both Nemecheks did not get points for the second round because they were not in the top 10. I'm sorry, second stage. This is all new, so please bear with me, folks. And I do apologize if I get anything a little mixed up here and there, but we're trying. This new stage thing is really, really a different format of the race, and I kind of liked it, really. Except I don't think the caution laps could count. What they did was they said, oh, each stage is 20 laps. Well, the second stage wasn't 20 laps because technically 7 laps got eaten away under caution. 6 or 7 laps got eaten away just under caution. Sorry about the camera here. So, and then, so after that, the leaders did pit. And the race off pit road, Timothy Peters got the race off of pit road. Then it was Christopher Bell, Graham Enfinger, Tim Sauter, and Kaz Grala, the top 5. All right. So that was kind of somewhat so-so. And now the final stage, which was 60 laps. So the 60-lap final stage. Timothy Peters took the green, restart lap 47. Christopher Bell took the lead right away. And then there was a battle between Ben Rhodes and Johnny Sauter with about 50 laps to go. Rhodes took the lead with 40 laps to go. And there was just side-by-side tight pack racing for Daytona. I mean, it really, really was just very, very, very tight pack racing. It was good racing too, but sometimes they would string out, then they'd come back together, and it strung out to the point where we had green flag pit stops. 4 trucks pitted, among them Spencer Gallagher had a speeding penalty. And the broadcast did not document whether Spencer Gallagher had served that penalty before the caution came out on lap 71, and it was for Christopher Bell and Corbin Forrester. Christopher Bell spun around so quick that his rear tires, the whole truck came off the ground a little bit, mainly the rear tires, and he slammed back down, but Christopher Bell still went on after that. Forrester was out. Caution flag pit stops were missed due to a commercial break. Anytime you are broadcasting a live event, especially racing, nobody wants to miss the live action due to a commercial break. This is a problem. Fox has done this before. And if Fox does this for the Daytona 500 and for other races throughout their season, they're not going to have happy fans. I don't care if the caution comes out before they're trying to go to a commercial. You stay there, you broadcast it, you show the replay, you show your pit stops, then you go to commercial break. If pit road is closed for an extra lap after you showed the replay, for whatever happened, then go to commercial. But do not miss caution flag pit stops. That is inexcusable. Completely ridiculous. So, after those pit stops, then they came back, and then they went to another break. So we didn't even get to see really a race off of pit road because they came back and the trucks are already off of pit road. So Johnny Sauter was still the leader after that. So, I mean, Rhodes took the lead there, but I guess in the pit stop somehow Johnny Sauter got the lead, which I'm still scratching my head. But Kaz Gralla was in second, and Rhodes ended up fourth on that restart. I'm just looking through the notes here. Pardon me. I'll tell you who really looked strong there at that restart on lap 78 was Briscoe. Chase Briscoe really, really looked strong in that 29 truck. He had a good run going. But what really shook things up was that restart. Then we had, so that's what shook it up, those pit stops. Shook up the field a little bit. Strategy, some guys took 2 tires, no tires. Crafton restarted 5th. He rebounded from his penalty he had earlier. And then Johnny Sauter, on that restart, Johnny Sauter had clinched the laps for the most laps led. However, the broadcast did not document how many laps that was, so I do apologize for not having that information. And then the 5th caution happened on lap 94. John Hunter Nemechek crashed on the back straightaway. He already had damage from earlier, so something could have broke. But so somehow he was able to continue, and he looked like he was in a demolition derby. It was almost like a Martinsville-looking truck, but he was able to continue. And then there was a green-white checkered style restart with Sauter, the leader. On the last lap, there was a huge crash. I couldn't even count. I went through the footage and reviewed it, and I could not count how many trucks there were, but Matt Crafton in the 88 had flipped over and landed on his wheels, and there was a couple other trucks that had gone through and hit the grass and hit each other and inside wall, and NASCAR was forced to throw the caution. And as we all know, under the rules, at the instant of caution, the field's frozen on the last lap. After they take the white flag, the next flag ends at caution or checkered. In this case, the caution ended it, and Kaz Grala was the winner, unofficially. Austin Wayne Self was second. Chase Briscoe was third. John Hunter Nemechek was fourth, and Joe Nemechek was fifth. So John Hunter got lucky, somehow got through there, and because it was just such a demolition derby, he made it through. But kudos to him. Him and his dad got points for the third round, second time in the race. Not round, I'm sorry, stage. Third stage, not round. Other than that, I will say it was really good racing. The trucks are always good at Daytona. That's one of my favorite venues for Speed Weeks. Is that race there? And the only thing is, I just feel like that race should be just a little bit longer, maybe 10 laps more. Make it 110 laps instead of 100 laps. I know they go by miles, 250, but that's okay. It is what it is. And then tomorrow on Fox Sports 1 is the Xfinity race. That will be their opening race of the season. And then on Sunday, it's the Great American Race, the Daytona 500, and that's on Fox. At 1 o'clock, coverage begins. And it's a Great American Race. You can't miss it. I tell you, a lot of people criticize racing. I'm a diehard race fan. I don't care if you're racing lawnmowers, tractors. Racing's where it's at, people. So, all right, other than that, I think it was a good race. So, stay tuned for more reviews, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.